child. What do you know about that? You don't know, you don't have a clue. So if we can start slowly to nurture them, to let them feel safe, comfortable, to talk about the problem. If your daughter go to school and come back home, you create environment to the extent that they can talk to you. They can tell you about what is going on. Your son, you can, hey, my son, how was it today? My daughter, how was it in school today? So you can gradually generate the love between you and your child to know what is going on around them. So this foundation is about helping the sexual abuse victims to get help, to get better. So that's why this foundation was to create to build a place, or to get a certain place. We have a doctors there to help them. They can come in and talk about the situation, what is going on with them. Because if we start helping them now, they won't have the problem I did have long time problem. We can help them to have the problem be solved now. So if one day they got married, they don't have to have a problem thinking about they can't have children. And then mother-in-laws and other stuff will give them headache and stuff like that. So I will appeal to everyone to join this foundation, and let's work together as a team and help children, women and men. They don't have mouth to talk. In our small support can help them to talk about the situation. We can help them how to fish for themselves, so then they can eat. They don't have to reach out to be independent, because if a woman, you are strong enough to be independent, to fish for yourself, you can go forward really far in life. Because then, anytime you get married, you can support your man. Even if you are not married, you don't have to depend on a man or anyone to take care of you. Without them, you can go forward. With them, it makes it big. But we still need you men, though. So, please, let's work together and then help me to let this foundation be successful, because it's my goal to help. Even if it's 3 men and women we can even save, I will be amazed, and I will be so happy to do that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Esther. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I think she deserves another round of applause. We're sitting in an air-conditioned room, but her dress is wet. No, but it tells you, talking about these things, it tells you the difficulty talking about these things. People have lived with that trauma. People have lived with that experience. Even to the extent that when they grow old, their reaction towards, for example, the opposite sex sometimes is worrying. And so it takes a lot. It takes a lot of determination. It takes a lot of zeal. It takes a lot of effort to tell yourself that this is my story. I want to help others out of this quagmire. I want to help others out of this situation. It is not a very easy and comfortable situation at all. I have known Esther from early years, but I have never known that part of Esther. Esther always has a smile on her face, for those who know her. And I remember when we visited Uncle George Lutrot in his office, they shared a few stories about back in the day when even Pa Willie, the coach I was talking about, would see Uncle George and then quickly tell us that, Esther, your father is here, go and see him. And she always had a smile on her face. You will never know that she has lived with pain. Never. Until she opens up to tell you her story. Esther may be one out of 1,000,000. How can we support the other 1,000,000 to be like Esther? How can we support the other 1,000,000 to tell themselves that I want to open up and tell my story? How can we let others tell us the ordeal they are going through so that we put those men who are doing that in their correct places? If she had not turned to sports, who knows what would have happened? But sports gave her an opening. Sports gave her the way forward. Sports gave her a reason to live. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a story so touching that it takes those with a big heart to open up. She's gone through all that. But one day she told me, Prince, I think I'm ready. After all I've gone through. She told me her story. And for 3 minutes, I couldn't say there. Because I never knew that was what she had gone through. She's always sweet and kind and joking here and pushing this and helping us to do this and advising us to do that. Never did it cross her mind, not even once, that she had a problem. But God answers all prayers. God answered this special prayer. God wanted her to become what she has come today so that she will be that light that will shine for all to see. I am willing to make that light shine. But how about you? I think we can all make a conscious effort to ensure that not only will her star shine, but as soon as and as long as the star shines, there will always be that remembrance that I was able to do this because of A, because of B, because of C. A lot of people have made wealth, money, wealth. Sometimes you go to the church and the pastors ask you, Sikana wenyane ahe na ubedi. How much? So if you extend a helping hand to an orphan somewhere, your name is remembered for good things, not for bad things. Your name is remembered for positive things, not for negative things. And so, for Esther Dankwa Street Academy Foundation, I believe that one of the underlying quests, the least she can ask for, is your support. Is working in Holland. She's got partners in Holland who are helping her throughout her mission in this life. She calls me and says, Prince, I've come on holiday. So I said, oh, okay, but what are you coming to do? The sun is hot. Because every time she takes a picture, she's in 12 clothes. For those of you who know how cold the weather is. So we went to the school for the blind in Akropong. We went to school for the deaf in Mampong. We went to the Accra Psychiatric Hospital. She comes to tell me that, Prince, this time I'm going to the Accra Psychiatric Hospital. I said, why? You don't value your safety. And we all laughed about it, just like we're doing now. I said, oh, Esther, you too. Go somewhere else. Accra Psychiatric Hospital. The principal nursing officer then, when we presented the items to them, a tear dropped. I said, Prince, if we can get 5 Esthers to do this all the time, nobody will beg on the streets. At least when they beg, they'll beg with dignity because they are dressed well. I remember those words very well. So her next visit, Prince, let's go to the Mamobi Polyclinic. Fortunately, on the day we went, it was the kids' day. They bring the kids for weighing and checking up and all. We didn't even share the things. We had just spread them so that we could have a nice ceremony. They just started picking. And everybody got something. And for us, we were okay. Everybody got something. Prince, let me do this foundation launch. Then I told her that 20th of December, we're going to the Western region. We're going to visit the school for the deaf, the secondary school for the deaf. A good friend of mine, I'm hoping that he can make it here shortly, is going to make a modest donation of sports items to the young ones. We went there last year, and the headmistress pleaded. She said, Prince, when it is vacation, let's say they're vacating today, and let's say there are 100 students on the campus. Almost 30 or 40 of them don't want to go home. I asked, Madam, why? When we were in school, we are counting vacation. But when it was they don't want to go. So I asked, Madam, why? Is it that they are comfortable here? I said, Prince, far from it. They don't have homes to go to. Because imagine you have a young man, young woman, or boy, girl for that matter, he's deaf. In our part of the world, we consider these things as somebody's grandmother did it. So they are there, they bring the kids, they dump them. They are gone. So she says, Prince, we have to feed them out of our own pockets during vacation. We were touched. So my friend and I decided that this year, when is their open day before vacation, Christmas, we will get them a few items, some toys, some clothes, some food, so that at least when they are there during the Christmas, they can also eat rice and some corned beef stew for a change. Eat rice and chicken for a change. This year, we will do it, by God's grace. I told her, she said, please, when you are going, I want to go with you. I said, Esther, why? We are doing Greater Accra, we have not finished. And she laughed. She says, no. One of my partners will be interested in working with a school like that, so we can support them on a bigger platform. I said, okay, we will go. But apparently, that is not the reason why she's going. Later on, she told me that, I have some money saved somewhere, so we will use this money to buy some food items, add to the things you are giving. Esther, it's Christmas. Give me that money. Let me put it in my pocket. She said, no, let's go to second day. That is the kind of person she is. But then we ask ourselves, can I be like her? Can you be like her? We may not have that passion, but we can only support her. Esther, congratulations.
Thank you.
Have a seat. Okay, we'll continue with the program quickly. We'll just take brief messages from one or two individuals here, and then our chairman would also share with us a little address and then formally launch the foundation for us. I told you earlier on that when we visited Mama Gloria and we spoke to her, wide stories she's got. And she is also, in her own small way, helping out individuals from different walks of life, trying to put smiles on their faces. Esther was on GTV during the week, and I thank my GTV colleagues for putting this together for her. Guys, we're grateful. The interview went far. It's been on Facebook. It's been trending for a while. Mama G, as we call Mama Gloria, watched it at home. Listen to Esther's story. When the program ended, Mama G called into the studio, spoke to the hostess of the program. Ironically, she's also called Gloria. He says, Gloria, give me that young lady's telephone number. I must see her. So she took the number. And her idea was that, I'll call Esther sometime next week. So I invited her, we talk. 2 days later, I called Mama G and I said, Mama, there's one of our athletes in town. We want to pay you a courtesy call. It was as if it was by design. See how God works in mysterious ways. Mama G, please share some words of encouragement with us for the Esther Dankwa Foundation. I'm sure she will be more than pleased to listen to your advice, listen to your story, which will encourage not only her, but all of tomorrow. 150 street children, at least, will get some biscuit, some mineral, some food. Atalade. That is him. He doesn't like children. He loves street children. Uncle Ben, Esther is more of a role model. And I'm sure that you have been touched. And I'm sure that you can also encourage her in your little, small way. Uncle Ben has encouraged plenty people. I should have asked him to come with the weightlifting national team. You would have seen them. But out of nothing, they've become stars. There's one in it, she's a police lady, Ampoma. She walks into my office, she meets me at the security gate, and she blows me. Because I'm friendly with them, you know. And then she blows me. I said, Madam, why? Want to disgrace me too in my own house? If you are doing your weightlifting, why you lift the weights? No, she's showing me that she has energy. But the encouragement came from somewhere. Mr. Benu Numensan, GOC President. Thank you, sir.
Prince, thank you very much. And very touchy words from Mama Gloria. And I haven't known Mama Gloria in a long while, but she's always come across as a mother. And when she spoke, I could see a mother speaking to a daughter. Esther, as Mama G said, you have a mother in her, and you have a shoulder on which you can always put your head. She's a mother to virtually all our ladies who are into sports. And you should hear some of the things that people say about her, especially the women. And I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. As much as I want to congratulate her, I think that it was right that we got her to come into this program. Yes, let me say a very big congratulations to you. Many a times, our athletes, our stars, or people who come and do something for this nation don't usually go back and give to the society. And I think that what you're doing is very unique. We are in a society where people don't usually talk about these things. But you have been bold enough, and not just speak about it, but take a step further to help other children who are in similar situation. And I think that it tells the kind of spirit that God has put in you. It's not about you. It's about what God is asking you to do. And trust and believe that as much as He has set you up, He's put the road ahead of you. He's going to see you through, and whatever you set out to do will be successful. You are going to touch a lot of lives. You're going to make difference in people's lives. And one day there'll be a lot of children who will come up and say, if it hadn't been for Auntie Esther, I would have been somewhere else. So congratulations to you, and we'll all pray and we'll all be with you that whatever God has set you out to do, He will help you to make it very, very successful. At Alati, I was very touched when he said, yes, I don't have money, but I have God. When you have God, you don't need anything. You don't need anything. He has God. He's taking care of so many children. He doesn't need anybody. All he needs is God. And I'm sure every day, time in, time out, God replenishes him whatever he's doing for the kids. For people like Atalati, I remember in our coach days when we used to play coach soccer, it was people like him. There was nothing in coach. You didn't make money in coach. But they would bring us together and buy gari, buy sugar, buy milk, and do soakings for us from their own pocket. They didn't benefit from it. So it's people like him who, as a nation, as a people, we should cherish. People who do things out of their hearts, not because of what they are getting from it, but they care about what they are giving to the society. And that is exactly, Esther, what you set out to do. You care about what you want to give to the society, not what the society is going to give you. Ghana has put you on a certain pedestal, and I think that you feel very obliged that it's about time I also come out and give something back to society. And like I said, I'm sure the Almighty God who put you on that pedestal, He Himself is going to see through and make sure that whatever you set out to do will not only be successful, but it will supersede your very own expectation. And people one day, sometime very soon, give testimony to it. let me assure you on behalf of all the sports fraternity in this country that we'll all be solidly behind you. My doors are always open. Anytime you have programs you want me to come around, you want me to support you, please. Just like you've been able to get my big brother here. Uncle George is not just somebody I know in sports. He's a relative. And within the family, we respect him so much. And I know he's a very busy man. For you to get him here, that shows the kind of love and passion people have for what you're doing. And I think that God himself will bring more people on board, and whatever you're doing will be very successful. Thank you very much, everybody.
It's all said and done. Uncle Ben, thank you very much. Touching words, and this prayer is really going to work. I mean, for our presence here and the kind of love and support we've shown Esther is really going to work. So we are getting to the thrust of why we're here, the official launch of the Dankwa Street Academy Foundation. And our chairman, Uncle George, will help us do that. Obviously, we'll also share. I am the master of ceremony at Alate. So I have the power to decide who will talk. You know why I won't let you talk? Because you are here. This was Atalate in his younger days. Esther, this was about 7-8 years ago? Yes. So you see Atalate when he was very young. Today, all these young ones have become people in society. They've benefited from all the things you see here. Bags and boxes, dresses and shoes, they all benefited and this is the man. That's the school you find there. And I'm sure that maybe one of these days we should open up visitation so that those who don't know, okay, Atalate, I'll give you 5 minutes. Come. Atalate, come and say something. In fact, when the chairman speaks and launches, I will humbly invite Atalate to appeal for funds. Since he has already started and he's in motion, I don't want him to lose focus. So we will do that. Oh, wait. I'll call you. Mr. Chairman will wrap everything up